Welcome back, everybody, to the third episode of Ivy's Gaming Tech. Today, we're going to be looking at one of my favorite games, No Man's Sky, that just got the Ansel optimizations through the NVIDIA driver update that we recently got. You guys all know how much I love No Man's Sky, and the graphics that we're able to get now in photo mode and some of the other options are absolutely amazing. Stick around, we're going to check them all out. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more. Photo mode has always been one of my favorite parts about No Man's Sky. Being able to freeze the action, tune the settings, and get just the shot that you want is super satisfying, and the lighting effects and all of the different options and filters that are in the game are absolutely amazing. Now with the new Ansel photo mode available through the NVIDIA drivers, we're able to take this to the next step, and the results are just absolutely stunning. So what you do is you hit Alt F2 and that will bring up the options for the photo mode through the NVIDIA driver. You have different options such as HDR if it's an HDR video. You can capture a regular screenshot or a super resolution photo. What this does is up the resolution and double it compared to what you're rendering at in game, which is just a phenomenal option. There's different methods to the rendering. By default right now it only allows us to use AI up resolution. And then you have a whole bunch of really cool filters that you can add to that screenshot. Some of them are really neat. We'll go into some of the filters a little bit later on. Once you have your settings tuned in, you hit the snap button. Now when you hit the snap button, it's rendering the game at double the resolution that you have it set to. Now this takes a lot of horsepower. My computer with the 2080 Ti was being ground down to a halt when I hit that snap button. But you're in photo mode, the game is frozen at this time, so it's not the end of the world. But the results that you get are just absolutely stunning. Check out some of these sample photos and the resolution that we're able to get. One of the other great features that this allows is game filters while you're playing the game. So this is not just for photo mode. There's a wide variety of different filters that you now can enable while playing to really kind of enhance or use this for productivity tasks. And I see a lot of creators using this to do some really cool stuff in the future, especially if you want to make movies or things like that inside the game. There's a depth of field effect that's really cool. You can adjust all the settings for each of the filters and the depth of field effect. This is a lot like the portrait mode on your cameras now, and there's a wide variety of other really cool filters. So one of my favorite is the green screen filter, and this is going to be game changer for making GIFs within the game. We can set the depth of field for the green screen, and it uses the, so we could have our characters pulled out of the video. There's also a really cool old film filter if you want to make yourself look like you're in a film from the 1920s. It's just some super fun stuff. And there's one option here, and this is great for folks that maybe don't have the best video card or a lower graphics video card, the sharpen filter. You now can play your game at a lower resolution and then set the sharpening level detail up a little bit, which will help it look close to a higher resolution picture. So if you have a graphics card that you can't play at 1440p and you have a 1440p monitor, you now can set that sharpen filter and make it look better. Alright, to enable this, you go on to your task manager, go to the GeForce Experience. You'll then click on the settings cog. You will have an option in there to enable the experimental features. You want to make sure you have that enabled. Once you have that enabled, you then will need to ensure you have the in-game overlay toggle switched on. Once those two things are on, Alt F2 and Alt F3 are the in-game hotkeys that you need to press to pull up both photo mode and the filter options. All these things are detailed over on the GeForce Experience website. You also have a great way to modify the settings inside of No Man's Sky without going into the game, so you now can set your resolution and the detail levels. Alright everybody, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I hope to see you guys all out there in the universe. Thanks and have a great day.